Hey everybody, welcome back to BobkeTV. Well, got a lot of comments. I want to thank everybody for sending those in. A couple of them suggesting I have a little bit nicer backdrop for my studio. So went into the archives, deep in the recesses of the man cave, and found a Graham Watson photo that posters were made out of a few years ago. And I'm using that for the backdrop. This is a shot from the 1988, a long time ago, Paris-Roubaix.
It's a nice day, eh? No snow.
Bob Roll was the only 7-11 team finisher in '86 and the only American to finish last year. The pack have seen this all before. Roubaix is still 140 miles away, and there's no need yet for urgency, especially with the cobblestones to come. Bob Roll has reason to smile. The pace is easy, and his teammate Nickman is out in front.
Paris-Roubaix, the greatest one-day race on earth. As you can see, I'm off to the right-hand side of the road, and the peloton is on the left-hand side of the road. And that's because our team was more of a stage race team, especially in the early days. And we didn't put a big emphasis on doing well in the Northern Classics. And consequently did not do any recon. And the battle for position in Paris-Roubaix is so unbelievably intense. To be competitive, you have to continually fight to get to the front. Even to finish that race, you have to be near the front throughout the almost 300 kilometers and over 100 kilometers of stone roads, of cobbled roads. And in this particular stretch of cobbles, not a horrible stretch of cobbles, but before it, and you can see some of the riders in the background just coming off of a big highway. So big two-lane road, and I saw on the outside of the field an opening, and I thought, okay, this is my chance to move up. So I sprinted. I sprinted up on the far right-hand side of the field, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get right to the front. This is great. And then suddenly, the field took a hard left-hand corner onto this tiny little goat path and cobble. So I was way out of position. I had to swing wide, and I came across the only puddle in the entire race that particular year. A very dry Paris-Roubaix in 1988, and I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But Graham Watson, the intrepid photographer, legendary cycling photographer, saw the puddle, pulled over, got his camera out, and whoosh, there I came. I was able to get back onto the cobbles. I had a pretty good ride in Paris-Roubaix that year.
The final standings show us that Fignon came in third, the best American finisher, Bob Roll.
And this could have been disastrous. Could have slipped out, could have crashed hard, could have flatted pretty easily, but I was lucky to be able to get back up on the cobbles and keep going. I did crash 4 times in that edition and had 5 flat tires. And the thing about Paris-Roubaix is whatever happens to you, you can never give up, because the same thing is happening to the riders no matter how far in front of you they are. And the best champions at Paris-Roubaix are great at keeping their bicycles in one piece, and maybe most importantly, knowing the course. Because we never did any recon, I found myself in this puddle, but it worked out okay, and Graham Watson got a great shot. So I'll try to rotate the backdrop for these videos, but for now, for the time being, an iconic shot from the 1988 Paris-Roubaix by Graham Watson. Look for an old bicycle, maybe a vintage bike at some point. I don't have any of my old race bikes, but I'll see if I can borrow one. see if I can find one. But thanks for your comments. I take them to heart. I read all of them. We're going to do Q&As and just keep it rolling. Please subscribe if you get the notion. Thanks a lot.